T-Mobile home internet, is it worth it? Let's find out. What's up YouTube, Mike here with another video, and today I wanted to talk about T-Mobile home internet. So I have actually been using this for over a month now, and the fact that I still have it shows you that, hey, this doesn't suck. So just a quick background: before I was using Spectrum, which was plenty fast, but it was also extremely expensive, and then every year they would just arbitrarily raise my rates. So I was getting really sick of them. So for my area, this was probably the only alternative as far as with semi-high-speed internet. So real quick, I'm going to just kind of go over the specs of this. I'm going to show you some B-roll of what it looks like, because right now my family's home, and if I unplug the internet to bring it in here and do this video, I would probably get murdered. So but as I'm talking about the specs, I'll show you some B-roll of the device. But it kind of looks like the old Mac trash can type PC, but it is 5G, so it works off of 5G towers. So obviously if you don't have 5G in your area, it's not going to be that great. And T-Mobile itself, they won't send you the device unless they can say, hey, it looks like you're in one of our areas where this will actually work. So this is not going to work everywhere. It's going to vary based off of your location as well. But for me personally, in my location, it works well. This thing will put out Wi-Fi 6, so it's a Wi-Fi 6 router. So if you have a newer device with Wi-Fi 6, you're going to get even better speeds than if you just have an older device. It's dual band, so it's going to put out two signals. So when you hook this thing up, you're going to see a 5G and a 2G, or 5 gigahertz, 2 gigahertz, but it'll put out two different signals that you can sign on to. And I don't think there's a limit to how many devices that you can plug into this thing as well, because at any given time I've got close to 20 devices hooked up to mine, just because we're a family of 6 and everybody has multiple devices, smart TVs, all that. But having said that, hooking all those devices, I haven't had any issues with it. But continuing on with the specs, you've got an Ethernet port on this. You can hook this to a mesh network, which is what I do. So I've got one of those ports taken up by a mesh network, and then of course it's also got a telephone port if you wanted to use that for whatever reason. And on the top of this thing, it's got a little display. It's a little touch screen, so it'll basically give you, some of the minimal information, like what's your signal strength, how many devices are connected, if you've got any messages pertaining to that. But you can just swipe with your finger. Pretty simple interface. It works. This also has a built-in fan, which seems to do a good enough job of keeping this thing cool. So one thing I've noticed though, obviously if you put this on an outside window like I did, based on the sun, you may or may not have it getting extra hot if the sun's beating down on it. So just something to consider where you place this device if you put it at a window. Now this also has a built-in battery. I can't find anywhere in any of the literature how big the battery is, so personally, obviously I leave it plugged in all the time, but theoretically with the built-in battery, if your power goes out and you're using this as your router as well, not using a mesh network, then this thing should still keep putting out a signal and working, and you'll have internet until the battery depletes. Again, I can't find anywhere that says how big the battery is or how long it will last. All right, so let's talk about the performance of this thing, and that's why you guys are probably watching this video. You want to know if it's any good, how is the internet. And like I said, for my area, your mileage may differ, but for me, it's been great. I average anywhere from 100 download speeds to about 30 uploads. So 100 up, 30 down, and really I'll show you some screenshots of some of the speed tests I've been running over the past few weeks, and it's very consistently been 100 or more. So it seems rare that I see it go under 100, maybe down to like 96 megabytes, but generally I'm getting between 100 and 130 download speed, which that doesn't sound like a big number, but for streaming video, all that, you only need a fraction of that. So like I said, I'm a family of 6, so there's a lot of bandwidth that's got to be split up. So we've all got streaming devices. We stream all of our TV that we watch in 4K, and this is kept up just fine. So it's worked really well. I've actually been kind of surprised how well this has actually worked. Now personally, I'm not an online gamer, so as far as gaming performance goes, I can't necessarily speak on that, but I don't think you'll have any issues with this as long as you're getting the speeds that I'm getting. So, you know, if you live in a city where 5G is prevalent, then you're definitely not going to have any issues with the download or upload for gaming. So I think it'd be just fine. So like I said, we stream 4K video all the time on this, and I haven't seen any issues whatsoever. And that's with multiple devices streaming 4K at the same time. So somebody on their phone, tablet, and the TV's all going, and the smart devices. This thing has actually performed really well. So the best part about this, besides the performance, is actually the price. So obviously I don't work for T-Mobile. I don't get any kind of T-Mobile kickback for this, but I pay $50 a month, period, and that's unlimited. So, and the cool thing I like about T-Mobile is, you know, what they say their price is what you pay. So if it says $50 a month, that's what you pay. That includes your taxes, your fees, all that good stuff. So what you see is what you get. So like I said, I've been really happy with this. I canceled my other carrier, so I canceled Spectrum. I tried this out first to make sure it didn't suck before I canceled. And then after about a week, I was like, yep, I'm going to go cancel. So cancel Spectrum, and so I'm saving myself quite a bit because I was paying at least around $150 a month for Spectrum internet. Whereas with this, $50 a month, period, and it works well. And the cool thing is this is mobile. So if you do, you know, RVing, so we own a camper, so we'll go camping, you can actually take this with you, hook it up in your camper, as long as there's 5G around, and boom, you've got internet for camping if you want to do that. But this is a quick, easy video. I can definitely recommend this. Now you have to check the T-Mobile website, make sure it's available for your area, and your mileage may vary, but for me, it works well. And even on this device, the most I've shown as far as the signal strength is 3 bars. And with those 3 bars, everything I just told you, it's still been great. So even though it shows only 3 bars, it works well. With that, if you guys have any questions on this, I'm happy to answer them. Just leave it in the comments below. And as always, if you've not subscribed, I'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. That just kind of helps this grow and helps YouTube's algorithm and all that crap. But anyway, appreciate you stopping by and watching this. I'll probably try and make a couple more videos on this. If you guys have specific questions on this that is, you know, video worthy. So with that, thanks for watching.